Imagine a city street at dusk on this day, January 9th, 2026. The hum of electric cars is a low, constant thrum beneath the city's breath. Traffic lights cycle from crimson to emerald with silent, digital precision. In the hands of pedestrians, screens glow, casting a cool blue light onto faces lost in worlds of their own. Information flows in invisible rivers through the air, connecting a stockbroker in a high-rise to a market halfway across the globe. It feels complex, interconnected, and fragile. Now, strip it all away. Picture the same street, but centuries earlier. The air is thick with the smell of wood smoke, livestock in the street, unwashed, crowded humanity. The sound is not a hum, but a cacophony of iron-shod wheels clattering on stone. The shouts of merchants, the braying of a donkey, the distant clang of a blacksmith's hammer. There are no screens, only faces. There are no invisible data streams, only shouted news and whispered rumors. Both of these scenes, one from our immediate present and one from the distant past, feel loud in their own unique ways. Both are charged with a kind of chaotic energy, and both, in their own context, can feel profoundly unsafe. The modern world, with its intricate systems, promises order and predictability. The medieval world, with its fragmented power and local dependencies, was defined by its unpredictability. In the medieval era, the concept of a nation-state as we know it was weak, often non-existent. A king might rule in name, his face stamped on a coin, but his actual power was often a distant and theoretical thing. Real authority was local. It was wielded by the feudal lord who controlled the nearby castle, the bishop who commanded the allegiance of the diocese, the guild masters who ran the town's economy. For the average person, justice, protection, and opportunity came from powerful figures nearby. Now, fast forward to 2026. We are witnessing a profound crisis of faith in large, centralized governments across the globe. Decades of political polarization, economic inequality, and the perceived failure of national institutions have eroded public trust. Leaders feel remote, ineffective, or corrupt. Into this vacuum, new forms of local power emerge. Charismatic regional politicians, powerful tech billionaires, private security firms, influential community organizers. When the state fails to pave roads, provide electricity, or guarantee safety, people turn to whoever can. This is a fundamental change in the social contract. Cities push back. Wealthy enclaves self-police. Online communities forge their own rules. It's the modern equivalent of choosing the local baron over the distant king. Some corporations and platforms now shape our lives more than governments. Algorithms, data, and access steer discourse. People look to CEOs, militia leaders, or influencers for guidance. Warfare in the Middle Ages was intimate and terrifying, often localized and persistent. Raids, sieges, and bandits turned trade routes into gambles with death. The line between soldier and civilian blurred. The front line was one's own doorstep. Safety was temporary, not guaranteed. Today, a disquieting return, but armed with 21st century tech. Great power war looms, but violence decentralizes, privatizes, and localizes. Sophisticated drone warfare rises, mercenaries by another name proliferate, and powerful weapons spread to non-state actors. A drone, flown from afar, can bring lethal force to a single city block. This is the new longbow, small groups projecting deadly power. Violence without declarations, no clear safe zone. Cartels, extremists, and unrest carve cities into zones. not total war. The 14th century's low-level conflict, updated. People fortify, restrict movement, and grow wary of strangers. Battles go block by block, apartment by apartment, with commercial drones for recon and attack. Civilians are caught in fluid, unclaimed skirmishes. Modern metropolises devolve into besieged forts. You know, it's a stark return to an old reality. The medieval economy was overwhelmingly local. Market stalls and crafts, silk, spices, caravans on the Silk Road, resilient in some ways but fragile in others. A bad harvest meant famine, a raid or snow-block trade. Towns went without essentials. The flow of goods was slow, unreliable, at the mercy of weather, war, and disease. We built the opposite, a fast, intricate global system, a just-in-time miracle of efficiency with minimal stockpiles. But efficiency is vulnerability, a long, thin chain where one broken link halts all. We traded local resilience for global efficiency. Pandemics, bottlenecks, geopolitics, cyber and climate shocks. The illusion of abundance fades fast. Fuel, food, and basic materials can skyrocket overnight. Pain and unrest follow. COVID-19 taught us. Shutdowns ripple globally. Chips stall, factories idle. In those moments, the economy felt less like a network and more like a caravan. People thought locally again. What's on the shelf today? Yeah, that return to local thinking is, well, quite striking. The Middle Ages are inseparable from plague, the Black Death. Beyond mortality, the psychological shock was immense. An invisible killer fractured societies. People fled, abandoned duties, fear and suspicion spread. Baseless blame fell on outsiders and minorities. Trust in sacred and secular institutions collapsed. We believed germ theory, vaccines, and public health insulated us. Yet a novel virus from a local market stalled the planet in weeks. More than death, trust collapsed. Masks, lockdowns, mandates, culture war battlefields, not science debates, identity conflicts. A pre-modern mindset. Authority doubted, folk cures sought. From medieval herbalists to modern influencers, the rhyme is chilling. Fear drove behavior, tearing communities apart. In profound distrust, public health becomes nearly impossible. Disease accelerates social decay, feeds paranoia, shatters consensus. We are left sicker and more divided and fearful than before. For the medieval peasant, the sky was fate. Seasons ruled survival. Weather could kill the year. With local production, a bad year meant hunger. Successive years, collapse. No global market was coming to help. We built buffers, irrigation, modified crops, a global food system. A drought here offset there, feeding billions. Now shocks synchronize. Multiple bread baskets can fail in 1 year. Buffers thin, prices surge, shortages return. We had a glimpse, synchronized multi-continental shock. Global systems absorbed it, a warning shot. As shocks grow, our weather immunity shatters. Like our ancestors, we'll watch the sky again. Food and social stability, less certain. The specter of famine is quietly re-entering the room. In the Middle Ages, information was scarce, slow, and unreliable. News traveled at the speed of a horse. Myth and rumor filled the gaps. Faith, superstition, and tradition explained the world, until crises cracked consensus. Competing claims and terror bred hysteria and conflict. The Enlightenment promised a shared, verifiable reality. For a time, it seemed to work. The digital revolution yielded millions of fortified hamlets of belief. In 2026, we live in the ruins of a common factual world. Each person constructs a bespoke reality, reinforced by algorithms. Misinformation flows as freely as facts, a modern Babel. Two people see the same event, two different truths: public health or tyranny, fair election or massive fraud. Collective problems become nearly impossible to solve. Digital tribes deem others heretics. Mistrust grows. The center cannot hold. When shared truth dies, the center cannot hold. The threads of this argument weave into a deeply unsettling tapestry. Weakening central governments, local violence, fragile trade, disease-driven decay, climate risk, and shattered reality. Their danger lies in their convergence. One shock amplifies another. The medieval mood returns. Yet this is a warning, not a prophecy. We are not doomed to repeat the past. We have instantaneous communication, satellite monitoring, advanced medicine, and historical insight. Our challenge is not tech. It's social cohesion and will. The same tech that splinters us could coordinate us. We are not passengers. We are pilots wrestling through a storm. Start at human scale. Know your neighbors, join, plant, share skills. Build mutual aid based on face-to-face trust. Connected communities ride out supply shocks, blackouts, and health crises better. Local trust is the foundation for larger solutions. 2026 may feel strained, but we need not succumb to fear. Prepare simply, act locally, rebuild trust, one conversation at a time.